All right. Do demons think earth women are sexy? Answer, yes. Let's check out the little appreciated Genesis 6, which talks about how the giant Nephilim were created. Genesis 6, and it came to pass, when man began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them, that the sons of God, scholars think these are probably demons, saw the daughters of men, that they were fair, sexy, and they took them wives of all which they chose. They chose whichever earth woman they wanted. And the Lord said, my spirit shall not always strive with man, put up with man, for that he also is flesh, because he's just made of mortal flesh. Yet his days shall be 120 years. So before this, people were like 700, 800, 900 years. And God got so fed up, he's like, you know what? I'm just going to cap it at 120. There were giants in the earth in those days, and also after that, when the sons of God came unto the daughters of men, and they bore children to them, the same became mighty men, which were of old, men of renown. So demons, sexy earth women have intercourse, and they produce mighty warriors who were famous in ancient days for their toughness and battles. Genesis 6:5, and God saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. All he thinks about is evil all day long. And it repented the Lord that he had made man on earth, and it grieved him at his heart. He's sorry he ever did it. And the Lord said, I will destroy man, whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast, and the creeping thing, the fowls of the air, for it repenteth me that I have made them. But Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. Grace means favor. Does anyone know why Noah found favor with the Lord? One subtle verse in the book of Genesis is that Noah's generations were perfect. His DNA was perfect. He didn't have any demon DNA in him. He had pure DNA. So God decides to wipe off all these half-demon people and just start all over with Noah, whose DNA is pure. Let's check it out in the NLT. Genesis, and believe me, I understand a lot of people listening to this have never heard this in church before. It's totally off the wall, I know. All right, Genesis 6, NLT. Then the people began to multiply on the earth, and daughters were born to them. The sons of God, whom scholar thinks are probably demons, some kind of spiritual creature, saw the beautiful women and took any they wanted as their wives. Then the Lord said, my spirit will not put up with humans for such a long time, for they are only mortal flesh. In the future, their normal lifespan will be no more than 120 years. In those days, and for some times after, giant Nephilites lived on earth. This is what Goliath is. Everyone's heard of David versus Goliath. Goliath is a giant who's a descendant of the Nephilim, giant race. For whenever the sons of God had intercourse with women, they gave birth to children who became the heroes and famous warriors of ancient times. Goliath was a famous warrior. That's why they put him up against the Israelites, because they thought he could defeat anyone. And when Saul's warning David not to fight Goliath, he says, look, this guy's been a man of war since his youth. Like, he's been a fighter his whole life. He's so experienced in battle. You don't want to go up against this guy. The Lord observed the extent of human wickedness on the earth, and he saw that everything they thought or imagined was consistently and totally evil. So the Lord was sorry he had ever made them and put them on earth. It broke his heart. And the Lord said, I will wipe this human race I have created from the face of the earth. Yes, and I will destroy every living thing, all people, the large animals, the small animals that scurry along the ground, and even the birds of the sky. I am sorry I ever made them. But Noah found favor with the Lord. Genesis 6:9 says, this is the account of Noah and his family. Noah was a righteous man, the only blameless person living on earth at the time, and he walked in close fellowship with God.